Hey SolidSmack, this is Erin McDermott, and today I'm going to share with you my own personal list of events that I check out when I visit the Silicon Valley, San Francisco Bay area to find other hardware nerds. So why even share this list? Why should you care? Well, networking is important in general, right? I mean, how else are you going to find the best positions that aren't even available yet, the best people to fill those positions, new tech that's just coming out? Yeah, you can read about it, yeah, you can network with people online, but when you meet them in person, you're gonna get a lot more information, sometimes different information, especially if that conversation happens over a drink, preferably an alcoholic one. But drinking aside, you're still gonna learn a lot more and different information if you meet someone in person. Even if I've sold you on the idea of, yes, you need to network, how do you do that? I mean, us engineering nerds, we hang out in caves, right? We don't go out in the sunlight. But sometimes we do, if there's beer and food or just really cool events to hang out at. So I give you my personal list of places that I go to whenever I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area to find the most hardware nerds. And as always, for more details and links, check out the full article on SolidSmack.com. So number one on the list is the San Francisco Hardware Startup Meetup. The other ones might not be in any particular order, but this one really is number one. If you're visiting the San Francisco Bay Area and you only have time to go to one event, try to go to this one, because there are routinely, over 200, sometimes more than 300 people going to these. There's also a very high percentage of first-time attendees, so it's worth going more than once. You'll have a chance to talk about either a project that you're working on or requests for different talent that you need for your hardware startup project. Some people use this time at the mic to ask for recommendations for where to get a job. Really any kind of collaborative thing you need to advertise for myself, optical engineering services. There's also plenty of people that come there with their hardware projects that they're working on to show them off and get feedback.
We are going to start doing lightning talks. Basically, anyone is totally welcome to come up and speak for a minute or two.
Hey, thanks to my hype man Mario over here. I'm Bo. I want to give a quick shout out to MicroPython, which I think is awesome. If you haven't heard about it, look it up, talk to me. Mario and I are going to set up a demo on the table over here when the talks are done, if you want to check it out. And lastly, if anybody's familiar with VPS, vapor phase soldering reflow. It's a pretty cool technology popularized in the 80s for reflowing circuit boards in a slightly different way. Really interested in experimenting it, really interested in talking to anybody here who has experience with it, and also really interested in talking about it, because I've been in this scene for a long time and I came across this a couple days ago. I'm like, how have I not heard about this? It's really cool technology. We should be exploring all the things to make more awesome circuit boards. So I'm Bo, thanks a lot, have a good night.
I'm Giovanni, I'm the co-founder and head of product. Yeah,
Giovanni.
Peace. The co-founder and head of product of Luna Display. This is a small USB key that you plug into your Mac, and it becomes a wireless display. The display is actually shown on the iPad. So you can use your iPad as a second display for your Mac.
So, just show of hands, who knows who Andrew Bunny Huang is?
Woo!
A lot of people. Okay, cool. So I wanted to come up here and say something because you read a lot about people, like cool people like Andrew or like Bunny, who seem like they're like hero engineers, like they know all this stuff about like mechanical and electrical and debugging, and they figure out what's wrong and they tell the factory what to do. That's not me at all, and that's not our team at all. We actually work very closely with the factory and like help debug problems together. And so I wanted to talk a little about my experience, so you can see like different models of relationships with factories.
So it looks like a spider, what is it?
Yes, this is a six-leg programmable robot. So initially we made for developers who love programming, who love robotics, and you can program your own robot. So it comes with a camera, with night vision, and an infrared transmitter. Each leg has 3 of universities and researchers, they use as a research platform to showcase their experiments. Company name, Wingcross.
Great, cool. The second event I want to share with you is Circuit Launch's Brazilian Barbecue. We've covered Circuit Launch itself before. It's a co-working space with equipment for building hardware that involves electronics. It's out in Oakland, California. Sometimes the Brazilian Barbecue night is coupled up with Silicon Valley Robotics, Bots and Beer. So you might get twice the hardware nerds. And also there's the steak. That's really good. You should just go for that. Hey! Hey! Woo! Number 3 is one I just mentioned. It sometimes pairs up with the Circuit Launch event, and that's Silicon Valley Robotics, Bots and Beer. This group is really great for meeting people specifically involved in, obviously, robotics. So if you have a project that you're working on that you want to show off that has to do with robotics, or you need help with something in robotics, or you're looking to find a job in robotics, these are the people that you want to network with. If they personally can't help you out with the thing, then this is going to be your best shot at finding someone who can point you to the right person. Number 4 is Women in Robotics. If you're not a woman, it's still possible for you to attend this one. You have to be invited by one of the members, and you also have to be on board with the whole supporting women in robotics theme. I was very surprised at the high caliber and extensive experience of the women that I met at this event. The speaker at the particular one that I went to was Lisa Winter of Robot Wars and BattleBots fame, for example. Next up, number 5, Target Open House. They actually have a Target store in downtown San Francisco at the Metreon, where they have an IoT kind of demo area / event space. I've gone to a couple panels in this space that Target has put on, and they were really great. The panelists gave out some fascinating and detailed anecdotal advice. Number 6, Hardware Massive. Hardware Massive is not an event, but it does put on events. Hardware Massive is an organization to bring together hardware nerds around the globe. We've covered 2 of these events on SolidSmack. One was the Hardware Con event in 2018, and also the first annual Hardware Summit, also in 2018. Well, these aren't monthly regular kind of events. It's still worth checking out their page to see what events are going on if you're going to be visiting the San Francisco area. Number 7 is the only event I haven't personally gone to vet for you, but it comes highly recommended by someone I have deep respect for in the hardware space. So if you're interested in virtual reality, I would recommend you check out the San Francisco Virtual Reality Meetup. I've been told the hack nights are a lot of fun. Number 8 is Noise Bridge Hackerspace. This place is an iconic institution in San Francisco. It's constantly in threat of not having enough funding to keep going, but so far it's still hanging in there. The night I went was Circuit Hacking Monday, and it was really surprising to see little kids like 7 years old, all the way up through senior citizens there, doing the same course together while an instructor led, and everyone was getting it. It was really amazing. And if you know all the things and have no need for any instruction whatsoever, well, they still have a lot of equipment there, and sometimes they throw parties, so that's a place to meet hardware nerds too. Number 9, ReadWrite Labs events, these used to be a lot more regular back in the day. And by back in the day, I mean like maybe 2 years ago. I'm told ReadWrite holds events now maybe once every 6 months, but if they're anything like the ones in the past, they were really super interesting with leaders in the IoT space, talking about where they came from, their journey to become successful, and also what they envisioned for the future. One last note I want to share for all the events I've mentioned: San Francisco is a different animal when it comes to networking for engineers. It actually happens. And these events tend to be very popular. Whenever possible, RSVP as soon as possible, because I have seen multiple events booked to capacity and turn people away because they couldn't fit them in. Well, that's all for my personal list of where to meet hardware nerds in the San Francisco Bay Area. If there are other ones that I missed, please let me know. Comment on the full article on SolidSmack.com, and of course, for more details and all the links to all these different events, check out the full article. Thanks for watching. I don't know what this is. I don't live here. Okay.